They came with their bulldozers and they came with their soldiers.
To
me, it's just like a war zone. It's like somebody dropped a bomb here and just boom, dispersed everybody.
Entra prefeito, sai prefeito. Entra presidente, sai presidente. E os pobres continuam na mesma ladainha.
Hablan de los megaproyectos que traen desarrollo. Queremos decirles que hemos ido a diferentes países en busca de la frase desarrollo y esa frase no existe.
Forced evictions are when people are forcibly moved from their home, from their land, from their community, from their neighborhood, from their culture, against their will or desire, for projects that often have no benefit to the communities that are being evicted.
Forced eviction normally is done by companies, private companies, with the assistance of the local authority or the government. They evict people from their original place without fair compensation and using force, using violence.
The groups that lack economic or political power are the ones that would most often be susceptible to forced eviction.
Nenhum desenvolvimento pode violar direitos humanos. Então, tem que ser questionado como se pode equalizar grandes obras, o que as pessoas acreditam como desenvolvimento e a melhoria das condições de vida das pessoas.
I understand that the duty of obligation of the government is to develop the country. But develop the country is not develop the country for the sake, for the benefit of only a small amount of people. The rich become more richer and the poor become poorer.
How can any project that leads to further impoverishment of the communities, removing them from their livelihood sources, be called development?
الحقيقة التنمية كلمة أصبحت مخيفة لمعظم الناس لأن باسمها كثير من الجرائم بترتكب في حق كثير من الناس.
Wherever a forced eviction takes place, there's a pattern of violations that we can see very clearly. Before an eviction, communities often aren't consulted about the projects. They receive no information about what's happening, and there's often intimidation, harassment, threats, and even physical violence pressuring these communities to accept the projects.
Eles chegam, quando eles falam mesmo, olha, se não aceitarem ir para o Mangueira 2, por exemplo, agora, vai vir trator e vai passar por cima.
De que ustedes no han respetado nuestros derechos humanos, ni como mexicanos, ni como ciudadanos, ni como seres humanos. Porque en el pueblo nunca fueron a hacer la consulta comunitaria si estábamos de acuerdo o no, a ser inundados o a ser reubicados.
كنا قاعدين فيها والحمد لله يعني وكان كل شوية يقولوا هتتشال مش هتتشال. المهم ما حدش ولا أنظرنا بإزالة ولا أنظرنا بأي حاجة خالص.
أمينا تيوينا حارة نحيين فتني كارو خنتو بايدوني هايكو. النميتو كاي نميتو نو مايجين نميتا تي تلمه نتو كان نميتا يوم تيره.
During the eviction, the most repeated pattern is use of force and violence, and violation of all sorts of fundamental and human rights that you can possibly imagine.
E normalmente os moradores estão em estado de choque. Algumas vezes a casa foi destruída com os pertences dentro, quer dizer, os moradores além de perderem a casa, perderam seus pertences. Então é um processo em geral violento.
You evict people from the place that they live for a long time. and they were brought to another place far away from the first one. And the new place, most of the new place have no job, no electricity, no running water, no market, no school for the children, no medical care close to that. So it's really very bad for the people.
After a forced eviction, families are often left to fend for themselves. They have no place to go. When there is a resettlement option, it's often inadequate. And the main thing we see with communities that go through forced eviction is that they're left in a worse off condition than they were before the eviction.
O povo aqui foi tratado igual a lixo. Aqui tinha 150 moradias e comércio. Não deu nenhum tipo de indenização pra gente, os comerciantes não recebeu nada.
इधर भी नहीं जा सकते हम लोग क्योंकि अभी हम लोग इधर 6 साल हो गए अभी इधर से हम लोग दूसरा जगह जाएंगे उधर से भी यही होएगा हम लोग को उधर से भी यही ऐसे ही भगाएंगे
A gente encontra um processo de resistência através de petições, de reuniões, negociações com o poder público, de manifestações, atos públicos.
فأهم ميزة في المقاومة هي التضامن الناس مع بعض والوقوف وقفة واحدة بدل ما نتعرض للإخلاء القسري وإحنا ساكتين ومجرد ضحايا. السلطات أيا كانت السلطات في أي دولة ما تقدرش تقف قدام ناس بحجم كبير وأعداد كبيرة.
For years, all of these actions have helped communities facing forced evictions learn from each other and build upon each other locally and internationally. And through this, they've not only claimed, but they've also gained a larger stake in deciding what kind of development actually benefits them.
Nângធ្វើអ្វីផ្សេងៗដែលសហគមន៍យើងពុំដែលធ្វើគឺការតស៊ូមតិដើម្បីយុត្តិធម៌ដោយពឹងទៅលើសិទ្ធិមនុស្ស
Uma comunidade de baixa renda no Rio tem um projeto popular de urbanização. Enquanto o governo está oferecendo a remoção daquela comunidade, eles oferecem a urbanização.
Nosotros los comuneros salimos a la calle y salimos a la defensa ante los tribunales porque nos quieren quitar nuestra tierra y nuestra agua del río Papagayo y nosotros no estamos de acuerdo en esto.
Out of 10 eviction cases that we've challenged to court, we've won them all. With that, we have gained the dignity of the poor people. You cannot just come and evict people, but you need to follow proper channels of engagement.
Hay comunidades que todavía no tienen la conciencia que efectivamente su situación no es una situación singular, no es una situación exclusivamente de su localidad, sino que es una situación compartida. Entonces, seguramente es necesario buscar relacionar la problemática local con la problemática, digamos, más general, más internacional.
You have South Korean company investing in India. You have Indian company investing in South Africa. If the nature of that transaction, the finance and the people causing these evictions are international in nature, then the campaigns ought to be international in nature. We are in a globalized world and we ought to have campaigns that are global. We have no choice.
States must incorporate a new approach which places the citizens and the communities at the center of decision-making.
People need to come before profits. Real development should improve the lives of families and not tear these lives apart.
Colocar o interesse das pessoas antes de qualquer interesse econômico, de grandes projetos. Então, esses projetos servem para quê?